It is increasingly clear that some people don't get protection from 2 doses of the vaccine. Elderly and immunocompromised, we should absolutely be thinking about booster doses at the earliest possible. What matters more, boosters in rich countries or first and second doses in poorer countries? It is increasingly clear that some people don't get protection from 2 doses of the vaccine. This includes some of the elderly who had it a while ago, as well as people who are immunocompromised. So if we think about it, then for those people, we should be thinking about a strategy for booster shots. In general, protection is reasonably well maintained with 2 shots of most vaccines against severe disease. Against infection, it drops off very quickly. We also have data from Israel showing that even in the general population, if you give a booster dose, that results in a decrease in severe cases and in deaths. So that seems to indicate that we should be thinking about booster doses. One of the things about Israel is that Israel gave its vaccine doses 3 weeks apart. Now, the vaccines that we have been using, the same vaccine used in other parts of the world, has not been given at 3 weeks. So can we take data from Israel and apply it immediately around the world? I don't think that is the case. The other thing to remember that in India, at least half of people acquired their antibodies through infection and not through vaccination. And we know that vaccination and infection is actually the best combination to protect against infection, against severe disease, and against mortality. So while the data are very clear, elderly and immunocompromised, we should absolutely be thinking about booster doses at the earliest possible. What's not clear is when should we think about booster doses for the general population, and if we should think about them at all. It declines with time. If you don't continue to be exposed to the virus either through infection or vaccination, your antibodies will come down. If you look at children who were vaccinated, if we look at ourselves and we were all vaccinated in childhood, are we still carrying high levels of antibodies to the vaccines we received then? We are not. So we shouldn't worry about antibody titers by themselves. What we should be trying to do is look at the real world effectiveness of vaccines along with the antibody titers. Now, we don't have that data except in very limited settings. You want to protect people when they are at high risk of infection. Now, with 30,000 cases in the country on an average, are we at high risk of infection in the general population today? By and large, we are not. So I would prefer that the emphasis not be on planning for booster doses, but planning for using the data that we have already in this country. Absolutely, for the immunocompromised, we should be looking at giving them boosters. We could be doing this with antibody studies to see who responds, who doesn't. For the elderly, the people who are older and have comorbidities, again, I think antibody studies make sense. What we need urgently is our own data and our own modeling studies to tell us if we use the data on vaccine effectiveness, the data on antibodies, both in terms of the sero surveys as well as antibodies in response to vaccination, Only then will we be able to make a decision that is based on science and not on being driven by what's happening in other parts of the world. You need boosters for a small part of the population, and you need to decide the strategy for that small part of the population, monitor it, collect data on them, make sure that we are gathering information as we vaccinate. Will the WHO change its mind 6 months from now, 3 months from now, 3 years from now? I think as evidence accumulates, WHO will likely go by the evidence. If it shows that boosters are needed, they will say that. The problem is WHO makes decisions not for the US, not for the highly vaccinated countries, which we are among, actually. They make decisions for the world. And if you look at the world today, this is where the moral arguments come in. If you look at the world today, what matters more? Boosters in rich countries or first and second doses in poorer countries? Definitely it is first and second doses in poorer countries and underserved populations. That's what WHO is going with, and I think they're right to do that. All of the vaccines are working against the Delta variant. Are you going to say this vaccine needs to be 30% effective, 60% effective, 90% effective against the Delta variant? You set that bar, then you can look at it. But every vaccine will perform differently in different locations because a lot of it is driven by the mix of the variants that you have and the time at which you see them, the prior history of the population. Right now, all the data that we have is that there is no vaccine that is failing 100% against any variant. So we should be reassured. Vaccines are working and we should be using.